Hello, welcome to Tuesday, October 6th, daily lesson. And today we're going to get started working on our argumentative writing. Let's go to our warm-up. So our agenda today is to introduce to our writing an argument, do some research, and write a thesis statement. You will be introduced to writing an argument by investigating the prompt and evaluating evidence, and you'll write a thesis statement to establish a position or claim and completing the STEM thesis statement. So your warm-up today is to read this paragraph and identify the different parts of the essay, the topic, sentence, concrete details, commentary, and closing. So go ahead and pause the video and go do your warm-up. Okay, so let's go over this. So in the paragraph, you always start off with your topic sentence. So our topic sentence is animal testing is necessary because this research can save lives. So now we need to provide our reader with evidence to support that topic sentence. For example, look at the nice transition. Whenever you introduce concrete details, you want to use transitions. Insulin, which is a life-saving drug for diabetics, was tested on animals beginning in 1923 to ensure the treatment was both safe and effective. So that's a hard fact, a detail that is there to support your topic sentence. So that is a concrete detail, and that's why it's pink. Early versions of pacemakers, which are used to treat a number of life-threatening heart issues, were also tested on pigs. So there's another example. Again, both of these are positive and both are concrete evidence, and that's why it's highlighted yellow. This shows that's my big indicator that this is going to be commentary, because I'm now going to comment on how these concrete detail sentences support my topic sentence. This shows that medical research on animals allow many people to enjoy a better quality of life because of new discoveries in medicines and treatments. And then we're going to close it. Clearly, nice transition to end, bring the paragraph to a close. Remember, we're going to bring it back to touching on what we said in the topic sentence. Clearly, if the medical field is going to contribute to make medical breakthroughs that help preserve life and prevent suffering, they need to continue animal testing. So one thing I want you to notice is the way you also like keywords in the topic sentence. Animal testing is necessary because it saves lives. So instead of keep saying save lives over and over, we want to find different ways to save it. We've said life-saving drug. We've said the treatment's both safe and effective. Life-threatening heart issues. This shows that medical research allows people to enjoy a better quality of life. It's another way of saying save lives. And preserve life, prevent suffering, another way of saying to say save lives. So sometimes it's a good idea to make a list of synonyms or words and phrases that say the key words out of the topic sentence so that you do not repeat them over and over in the paragraph, and therefore it sounds repetitive and it sounds very kind of a dry piece of writing. We want to make it more interesting. Okay. So let's move on and watch this video from Shmoop. So take a moment and watch this video. Okay, so hopefully that video was a little bit helpful with you in understanding how to write the argument essay. So here's our prompt. The superintendent of your school is considering changing the start time of schools. She's trying to decide if it is beneficial to start school later in the morning. Write an argument essay by making a claim for or against having the school start later in the morning. Be sure you provide relevant evidence from multiple sources to support your claim. All right, so in order to get to do this, we need to plan. This is what we need to do. We're going to have planning and pre-writing. We're going to do some research and an outline. We're going to have a rough draft. We're going to do some revising and editing. And with that, we're going to make sure our sentences are clear and concise, that we have all kind of we've cleaned up any kind of grammar errors, and then we'll compose a final draft. So here's our argumentative outline. We're going to work on our introduction, where we have a hook and background evidence, and then we will have our claim, which is our thesis statement. We'll have a paragraph that's the counter argument, and this is how we will organize that counter argument. Our first body paragraph, just like we've written before, we have a topic sentence, 2 concrete details, commentary, and a closing. And the second body paragraph, which this is all our evidence to support our claim, will follow the same format. And then our conclusion, where we restate our thesis and have a final thought. So before responding to an argumentative prompt, always make sure you research both sides of the argument. You may already know which side you want, but you need to be well-versed and very knowledgeable about the other side too, if you're going to ever argue and debate an issue, so that you know what the other side's, how they're seeing things from their point of view. That way you can argue against it. You need to gather evidence that supports your position on the topic. This evidence will help you persuade your readers to see your point of view. You also need to gather evidence that supports the opposition's position on the topic. In an argumentative essay, you must acknowledge and present a counterclaim. Okay. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go to Google Classroom, and I've already found the articles for you to use. And you're going to read through those 3 articles. They're not very long. And as you read, you're going to highlight reasons schools should start later. So what you think would be good reasons to use in your paper. Sorry. Good reasons schools should start later. You're going to highlight those green, and then you're going to highlight reasons schools should not start later, and you're going to highlight that pink. So let's go to Google Classroom, and you'll see when you open up this document, there are instructions here, of course, and here are the packet articles starting school later. You all have your own copy, so you'll be able to highlight it. So click on that as a Google Doc, and this is where we will be highlighting. I'm going to pause for a moment so I can bring up my teacher notes for you to see. Okay, so here are the same packet, and you can see I've highlighted information from the articles that I feel like might be good evidence to support why you should start it. Where I'm for supporting starting school later, I highlighted those green. Didn't highlight everything, but then I highlighted pink, reasons why school should not start later. It should continue to be early. And so I just showed you just a few spots where I highlighted, but you can always look through all 3 articles and help you find some information. And the reason we need to do this and find this, not only because you need evidence, but let's go back to Google Classroom. And if we click on this assignment, worksheet, writing a thesis statement, you'll have this worksheet, and you're going to, after you've investigated your topic and you've done the highlighting, you're going to come to a conclusion. Which side are you going to pick? But before you do that, you're going to write down all the reasons for having school start later, and all the cons, all the reasons for not having it start later, and compile a list. And once you've done that will give you an idea of which way is the best way to argue the point and make your claim. So you write down your claim here, and then you'll write down what is your claim, or what are your 2 reasons for your claim. So you are for having school start later because, and give 2 reasons, or you're against having school start later and give your 2 reasons. And remember, you should be finding these reasons from the article, because you're going to want to use that information in your essay when you write. You're also going to want to go ahead and see what, if you pick the for, acknowledge what the against, what is the main point of the against that you're going to use for your counter argument. And then once you have all that all that pre-writing done, you can go ahead and compose your thesis statement. So let's go back to the slides. So again, we've gone through your articles and you've highlighted. Let me go back to these articles. So these are your articles, and you just need to, all you need to do is like highlight something and then take the highlighter here and choose your color, green or pink. Like I said, we filled in our doing our research, we filled in our position of for or against. Should the school day start later in the morning? That's our topic. Yes or no? And again, reinforcing that you need to put your facts here. These are the facts. You don't have to write everything on those in those articles. Just pick, shorten what you've discovered and put those on in the boxes. Put it into your own words. You don't have to copy it verbatim. Okay, take a moment and watch this video. Pause our video to watch the video about thesis statements versus topic sentences. Okay, so step 2, we're going to establish a position or claim. So here we're going to, this is the bottom half of that paper where it's telling you about. And you're not going to have those. We're not listing 3 reasons. We're only going to be listing 2 reasons. And then you're going to write your thesis statement. So here you're going to answer the question, but don't give a reason. So it's just school should start later, or school should later in the morning, or school should not start later in the morning. That's all you have to do. And then here you're writing it in a full sentence. Then you're going to list your 2 reasons, and then here you'll write out your thesis. The school day should or should not start later in the morning because, and then whatever you said here for argument 1 and then argument 2. And then these will become your 2 body paragraphs. And that's pretty much where we're going to get through our work today. I think that's about as far as you're going to get done tomorrow, or today, sorry. So hopefully we can make it through. If you don't, just try to catch up on the next day, making this assignment, giving you another day today and tomorrow to finish it. And we're going to keep pushing on and moving on. So don't forget Wednesday, I do have a Google Meet. If you have any questions or struggling with anything, please attend to my Google Meets. Again, I'm only having, if you're worried about there's a ton of people at Google Meets, do not worry. I have maybe 2 people show up I've only had 2 people show. Well, one time I had 3, but 2 is typical what shows up. And on Wednesdays, I only usually have people show up in the morning, and nobody shows up in the afternoon. So don't feel strange or weird or nervous about showing up. I pretty much just say, okay, what's your question? Get everyone's questions and then answer it, because sometimes some people have the same questions. It's not a really big deal. Everybody probably has the same question you have and needs the same help you need, so don't worry about that. But try to attend to my Google Meets on Wednesday, 11 to 11:30, and then 2:50 to 3:20. And if you need a one-on-one Google Meet, just let me know. We can make those arrangements. We only have 3 more weeks to the end of the 9 weeks, guys, and grades are going to be crucial. This is going to be another test grade, so you cannot let this assignment get away from you. You have to do it, and you have to do a good job. So again, let me know if you need any help. Have a good day.